Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Today I've got a robotics video for you. I'm going to show you how to build this little robot. Now this little robot is built from the Lego Robotics Inventor kit as well as some parts from the Lego Crawler Crane kit. Let's get going and I'll show you how to build one. Okay guys, I'm going to show you quickly from what parts this little robot is built. So I'm going to take it apart quickly to show you what it looks like. I'm going to pull the tracks off here. Now, the main body of this little tracked robot is built from the Robotics Inventor kit, which is the brain block over here, and then two motors that sits at the bottom here. And this is just a fancy looking little bit of a spoiler, where I will later on, you can actually attach some of your power attachments and so on, which I will show you in later on videos. The tracks is built from the Crawler Crane kit. It's literally just the tracks and two of the long black bars that actually keeping everything together with the sprockets that keeps the whole caterpillar gear running. As that it is. And that's how this is built. So I'm going to show you how to program this, and we're going to make it run and see what it looks like when it's running. To have a robot do anything, we're going to have to use an app to tell it what to do. Now this app is freely available. It's the Lego Mindstorms app. You can get it free on the Microsoft Store. Just search on the Microsoft Store and you'll see there's a Lego Mindstorms Robot Inventor app that is specifically used for this robotics kit. If you are in South Africa and you want to buy the robotics kit, it's available on Takealot and it's got currently a 29% off from the normal price, which is quite something. I bought mine on the Black Friday special, which is about 200 Rand less than this price showing here at the moment. So this is still currently a steal because normal price is about 6,000 Rand for it. Right, let's get back to the Mindstorms app. The robots that you're currently seeing on screen are the building plans and code for these different kind of robots. They can all be built from the parts that are in the Robotics Inventor kit. For the purposes of this video, I will code my own robot. So I'm going to go File, New Project, and it gives you an option to do programming for the robot in two different kinds of programming. One is word blocks, which is a Scratch type of programming, and the other one is in Python, which is pure programming. Now the Python module is still in beta for this app. So for this video, I'm just going to use the word blocks, and I'm going to click here on Create, so we can create a new project. This is a screen that you're going to get to start programming your robot. On the left hand side here, we have all the different actions that the robot can do. In the middle, we have the coding area where you will build all your code so you can run your robot with. On the top right hand corner is where you connect to your robot. I'm working on a laptop, so I have the option here to either use it to connect to the robot via USB or Bluetooth. So my laptop's already paired with the brick to connect via Bluetooth. At the bottom of the screen is where you will run your robot or you run your code from. It also gives you different memory options on the robot where you want to store your code, and we'll go a little later into that. So for now, we just want the robot to move forward. So I'm just going to get the camera on here. Right, and there's our little robot. So to get the robot to move forward, we're going to click on the movement. The first thing that we need to do is we need to tell the brick or the program where are our motors located. So I've got the motors plugged into port A and B on the brick. So we tell the robot, the program first, okay, our motors are plugged into ports A and B. If you click on the drop down over here, you can actually specify different ports if you want your motors in different ports. You can click on the ports and you can say, right, maybe we have it in C and D, and you can plug your motors into those ports. For this little robot that I built, I've got my motors plugged into A and B. And the next thing that we need to do is we want the robot to actually move forward. So we pull out the code for the moving forward. This tells the robot move on all motors, move forward for 10 centimeters. You can also change the direction here to tell it to move forward, backwards, go to the left, go to the right, or you can actually, and also you can select how far it should move. Should it move in centimeters, inches, rotations, degrees, or seconds? Later on, I'll show you why you would use different movements for different kind of actions that you want to do. For this exercise, we're just going to do a plain move forward. So I'm going to link that into our main code. I'm going to change it over here to say I want this to move 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters is just going to give you a better view on the camera of what the robot is currently doing. The next thing that we need to do is we need to switch on the robot. So by just pressing the button, the big white button on the robot on the brick, it should come on and you should hear a noise when it starts up. Alright, it shows me it's ready to play. Now I'm going to connect the laptop to the Lego brick. So I'm going to click on the connection top right hand corner. I'm going to go Bluetooth. I'm going to connect via Bluetooth. You will hear the different connection sounds as it is connecting to the brick. Having connected to the brick, we can now run our code. You will see at the bottom right hand corner there's a green play button. So we're just going to click on the play button and have a look what happens. So the code gets sent to the robot via Bluetooth, and the robot does what you actually tell it to do. But there is a bit of a problem with our program. If you have a look on the screen now, it shows that the program is still running and the robot's already stopped. So we now need to manually stop this program. Now, as a good coding practice, it's always good to exit the program properly. To do that, we just click on Control over here. Right at the bottom of the control section, there's a stop. So we click on the stop, drag it out, and link it into the main program. The stop has also got a drop-down box that you can click on. And the one we want to choose here is stop and exit program. So what's this going to do? The program is going to start. It's going to tell the brick, right, the motors are set to A and B. It's going to tell the motors to move forward for 30 centimeters and then exit the program. Let's do that again and see what happens. Click on play once again. Now the robot has moved forward. It has finished the program, and look here. It has exited the program properly. That's just a good way to stop your robot from moving. And it's good coding practice. It's always good to learn good coding practice. Right, let's do something else with the robot. Let's tell it to move in a certain direction. To get the robot to move in a certain direction, we're just going to click on the move part here and say we want you to go to the right hand side for 30 centimeters. Let's see what that does to the robot. And that's a move in 30 centimeters to the right. And you can do that to the left. You can even do it to the back, and it's going to do that 30 centimeters each and every time. Now, the app has also got extra movements that you can use if you want to better specify what the motor should be doing. But these are the only options that is currently available in the app. you can add more to this. Right at the bottom left here, there's an option where you can add more extensions. Now what this does, it gives you more control over the motors, over the brick. There's extra things that you can buy, like for a weather manager. Later on I'll show you how to use a controller to make the robot move, which is quite interesting. For now, I just want more movement. I've already added the more movement to my app. To get to that more movement, we just scroll down on the left hand side here, and you will see this is going to pop up more movement right here at the bottom. If I click on that, it's going to give me a lot more options on what to do with the robot. So now you can actually specify, for instance, let me just show you here. I'm just going to break this code apart here quickly. I should have actually kept that one. Where is that movement now? Just want to set my movement motors to A and B again. Go to the more movement. And I want this one. This is one that I actually like because it gives me a bit more control over what I want to do. And I'm going to pull that in. I'm going to say I want the program to stop when it's finished. I'm going to make this also run 30 centimeters. But for this one, I'm going to change the speed of the motors. So normal default speed that when you pull this code in is 50%, which is quite a bit. I'm going to drop that down to 25. Now it tells the motor, first, because I've set the motors to A and B, this will correspond, the first block is for the number 1 motor, which is A. The second block is for the number B motor. So it's going to run both of these motors at 25%. So what in effect this will do is it's just going to move the robot forward 30 centimeters at 25% speed. Let's see what that does. And as you can see, the robot now moves quite a bit slower and it's still going forward. But now, the interesting part of this piece of code that we are using here is we can actually use negative numbers here. So to get the robot to make a bit more of a precise movement, I'm going to just say, I want you to go less 25% speed. Look what happens now. And that's a 30 centimeter on the spot turn. So if you have a tracked robot and you want to make a more precise turn, this is the code to use. And I actually use this because it gives you a bit more control over what you want to do. There is other movement that you can use, which also gives you sort of the same effect, but not that much control. So have a look, I'm just going to pull that out. Let's go to the movement. You can also use the movement bar over here, or piece of code. This will also give you a way that you can actually move your robot into a certain direction. But it does not allow you to change the speed over here. To get speed into this, you will need to add a speed module. So we can say, for instance, here, we can put in a speed part in the program, link the rest up to here, and we can say both of this is, oops, come on, run both of this at 25 centimeters, 25% power for 30 centimeters. Let's have a look what that does. Right, let's run this code and see what happens. As you can see, it does give you a bit of movement, but it's not as precise as I would like it to be using it, but it gives you that kind of option also to use the robot with. So guys, that is just moving the track robot around a bit. Check out more of the videos that I'm going to put up on the channel using this little robot and how to do different kinds of movements. I'm going to show you how to build attachments for it, and later on I'll build some more robots and stuff. If you like this video, please drop me a like, it helps a lot, and enjoy building stuff. I mean, Lego makes it so easy. I know Lego is quite expensive sometimes, but they make it so much more fun to build stuff and to do stuff with them nowadays. So I hope you enjoyed this. Drop me a like if you did. Simply signing out. Cheers.